Well, it is just the perfect time of year for a trip to the Carolinas, and that's where we find ourselves at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Carolina Panthers.
Let's go, boys. Let's go. Set, ready? 90, Wolf. Let's go, D. Wide, get wide. Now.
On the ground, it's Reddick. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Second and 10. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Barry. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Come on, set.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Watch the run. They're running, man. Look at me, zipper. Yep.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Reddick with a carry. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
At the 40-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a second and 6.
Here we go.
Now Riddick. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's first and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Check nine.
A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11 at the 50-yard line.
It's 60 or.
Here's Riddick. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
A gain of a yard. Brings up third and 10.
Here we go. 30 base. Let's get it together, Jay. Hey, Team 6.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Slam.
Go.
He'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
Let's go now. Take the outlaw. Watch twist. Do. Check, roll.
They'll run with a North Carolina native. This is Bryce Love. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. Jack Harris on the pickup. It's 2nd and 2.
Watch twist.
The 30-yard line.
On 2nd down, Love. And all the way down to the 29. And he is finally going to be brought down, but not before he gets it to the Panthers' 29-yard line. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Switch. Hey, check 24.
On the ground, it's Gray. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. That opening drive rhythm continues right into play number 3.
Whatever they decided that they wanted to run before the game, it's working pretty well for them right now. Moving the ball downfield at a nice rate. And guess what?
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Brian Burns. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
Check 52. 56 is the mark. Check 99. Check 99. Shit.
2nd and long. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Brian Burns, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Check safety. Rush in. Kill. Check nickel. Check 31. Check 31. Check. Safe.
They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And the kick by Rosas is good. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. They will take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the magnitude of this game, everybody knows it. The fans, obviously the players and coaches. There's just with them a palpable buzz right now. They know they control their own destiny.
Win and you're in. And I think every player wants that. I think every coach wants that. I haven't been an organization yet that wants to be in a game where they have to rely on other teams to get them to their goals.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They've got his man complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. Remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan?
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Jadeveon Clowney, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20.
Go.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
They'll look to throw. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Looking to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is will he be able to bounce back in the next one, because right now this has not been his game.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
They'll start the drive with Love here, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. He already has 2 sacks to his credit, now another tackle for a loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip in with a second guy. Maybe you just out and out double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far away from him as possible, because right now he is wrecking things for them.
Room to run past midfield, and he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Hey, come on now. Whip. Watch the whip. Check. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Watch out.
On first down, here's Love. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now Gray. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory even if they don't get it, though. It'll be Love to try and get the first. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
First down, Seattle.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
56.
They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get to it. 56 to Mike. 56 is the Mike. 26, check 26.
They're going to look to throw. Able to find his target here, Largent. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And this one is right down Broadway. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Let's go, stop.
First and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Go. 91.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
Don't get nervous.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Here we go, D. Get off the field. Shift. Check. No.
Hey, Delta.
Shoot.
He'll look to throw. Going up top. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
They'll run on first down. Gray. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Blue down. Check 4. Watch the safety creep.
Now a give running right is Love, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Jam. Undercrunch.
They'll run again with Love on first down. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Check. Fresno. Hatchet.
They'll drop to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
Check pass. Hey, check Mike 6. Hey, here we go. You go. You got tight right there.
Now back to throw. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Brian Burns In there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll drop to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Meanwhile, here, a run on 1st down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage.
New York Corkers.
Check 53's Mike. Rush.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 16.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Tight dog.
Hey, exit.
Check 24. 53's the mic.
They'll set up to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 27-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Love again, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
56 is the mark. So we got man. Truck. 56. Mike, 56, right there, 56. I know he ain't got it.
Back to throw here. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. Rolling to his left. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. On 3rd down, here's Love. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that's going to make this a 16-0 ball game. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Switch. Kill. Turn
6-6. Pull it high. Get it.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He finds Riddick complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a Carolina 1st down on a gain of 16. Gonna give this time to the tailback. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line.
Any weapon.
A gain of 4.
Hey,
It's now
hey,
2nd and 6 on the Seahawks' 27-yard line.
Now.
Let's go.
2nd and 6. That's caught. It's Thomas. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to pull a bit closer. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
Strip that ball. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
Mike, 53. 53.
They'll try and throw for it, and they will get back to within 1 score as he is into the end zone, and the lead's cut to 8 here in the 4th. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, which to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Mike 56. Mike 56. No. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. It's been a long day for you. 56.
2nd and 14. And a quick throw here. That's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On 3rd down, Gray. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup. On the run, this is Gray. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle.
First down, Seahawks.
On 1st down, it's Gray. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 41-yard line.
They run again here with Gray. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Check 99. Shit. Anyway. Hustle. 56 to Mike, boy. 56. Check 56. Shit. Watch the shit.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
61, matchbox lights.
Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4.
Hey, wahoo!
Here we go, T.
Second and 11. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's going to be taken down about a yard shy of the first at the 29. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Check.
Look, squeeze.
Check 31. Check 31.
Protein spill. Hey, Charlie. Ready?
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He gets it to Thomas. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Back to throw now on first down. Trying to lay one up deep, and that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Here's second and 10 now from the 35.
53. Mike 53.
Hey, Alpha.
Check. Safe. Hey, watch this. Watch
Yo, faster. Five.
Second and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Come on, set.
The Panthers on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be a tough third and 18. He'll look to throw, and he's got his man on the out route. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on fourth down.
Man up, D. 36.
Look at me, zipper.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run on 1st down. It's Gray. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 39-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. Gray. And they will finally get him down, and now penalty flags coming in as well. And they might get half the distance here to boot. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Kill.
They'll keep it on the ground. Gray hammering for the goal line. He loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Now a give, right side. It's Gray, and he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable, but do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense, but that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Rosas good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. They win game number 7, which was their goal at the beginning of the season and the final game of the season.
And I know a lot of people would wonder about the celebration. Why would you be so excited? Getting 7 wins? Well, guess what? That's what they wanted to do. To hit a goal, that means something for a team, and they should celebrate that fact.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. Till next time, we say so long from Charlotte.